Hello everybody, how's it going? The version 10.6, the new Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series update is out on both iOS, the App Store, and the Play Store for the Google Android platform. Right. So, the final round, from what I understand, right? The final round of season 1. Round 10 begins here. So the usual format, you complete events to collect victory points, and you get enough of that, and you get to win the grand prize car, which in this round is the Audi R8. And this time around, according to their release note, they actually are giving us how much it actually cost. So the 2021 R8, if you were to buy it outright, will cost you some 750 gold. So they used to be like these victory point prize cars used to be like that's there's no other way of winning these cars or owning these cars, but looks like they changed their mind. And now you can apparently purchase it if you want to, or if you miss out on the events and don't have enough victory points. So, yeah, so that is that, and we'll take a closer look at how this car looks in terms of specs on the new car screen a little bit later on in this video. But let's check out what else we got going in this new version 10.6. All right, so the version is named after this car, Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series. So it's sort of the flagship car of the new version. And this one, not the most expensive car in the this update. The most expensive one is the Porsche 911 GT2 RS Clubsport 25. So let's see, tear up the track in the new Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series, complete the Track Day GT Black Series special event, and earn this car for free. They say free, but it's a Track Day event, meaning we have to meet a certain PR requirement. And the PR requirement is going to be 73.6. I'm anticipating hopefully we're back to sort of a more normal way of doing things in the game, because that's been established over quite a bit of time that we've been playing this game. So 3 upgrades across the board to meet the PR requirement. So this car's base PR is 60.5 and PR requirement is 73.6. So, that's about what, like 13.1 PR points. So, if you each stage of upgrades give us like somewhere between 3 and 4 PR point boost, which is reasonable. That seems like what we should be able to achieve. Once I get going on the actual Track Day event, I'll have another video detailing the upgrade tree and whatnot. But my rough estimate here for meeting the PR requirement, I'm anticipating we will be required to spend around 400 gold. Since the car is worth 750 gold, the reward is 75 gold for completing. So the general sort of a formula for figuring this, get a rough estimate of upgrade costs used to be, basically you add the cost of the car and the prize amount, and you divide it in half, and that's about how much things would cost you, right? So yeah, and of course, once you win the car through the limited series, you get 6,500 victory points. So that's a pretty decent payout in victory points. And the car is featured in its own bonus series in season 1, right? Deutsch Duel 3. which pays additional 70 gold in total if you 100% complete that series. And with the PR requirement that with the PR that we have by completing the series, most likely we'll be able to 75% complete, which means there should be somewhere around, I'd anticipate around 40 gold to be won from the bonus series. Right, so that is that for the Mercedes. And along with that, we got obviously the more new cars. Well, two other new cars, right? Because I already covered the victory point car, Audi R8, that you see on the far left. And then the big orange one in the center, of course, is the one that I just went over, Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series. And then we got the most expensive Porsche 911 GT2 RS Clubsport 25. So that car is going to be presented to us in the limited series format. And yeah, so PR requirement for that is 90.9. It'll pay out some 80 gold. So when they're paying out 80 gold, they expect to spend quite a bit more than that. So car is worth 900 gold. So if we apply the same kind of formula to figure out rough estimate, that is, we're talking almost 500 gold, just give and take a few for meeting the PR requirement to win the car. I'm anticipating once again 3 upgrades across the board, since this car's base PR 77.4 and we have to meet 90.3. So once again, around like 13 PR points is what we are expected to purchase, right? So in addition to Audi R8 and the Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series, the unbelievable Porsche 911 GT2 RS Clubsport 25 flies into real racing, accompanied by the 80s classic, the Audi Quattro B2. All right, so that's a classic from the 80s. Yes, man. All right, so that one's going to be a little bit more affordable. Base PR 3.5. The car's cost is 225 gold. And that is also, I believe, going to be a limited series car. Audi Quattro B2, that is. And the PR requirement is 11.2. Pays out 25 gold. So yeah, you combine that upgrade cost, I'm anticipating up somewhere around 125 gold, somewhere around there, give and take a few, right? So that's what you can expect there. And let's see, time trial competitions. Oh yeah, we got a couple of time trial competitions in this version. One that is the Formula E for New York. So for completing, at least participating, you get 1,000 victory points, and then you win gold depending on how fast you're able to get through. So New York, we got with the new Brooklyn track, I think the high grip setting might be, is that the best setting? I don't know. With the tuning setups, I feel like you can adjust depending on your driving style, but we'll see. Without putting any gold into basically upgrading any driver or team principal in the last New York time trial from the last version, I was able to land rank C fairly comfortably. So I know it's not a whole lot of payout. It's 25 gold for rank C, but hey, I didn't put any gold in it, so that's 25 net. So yeah, so maybe it'll be like that again. Now the other time trial that you see a whole slew of cars, that you see is the season 1 time trial competition. So yeah, I believe it's all 10 cars, basically victory point prize car in from every round of the season 1, I think. I don't know, would that make sense? Let's check, because we don't have 10 cars, do we? We got Volkswagen Golf GTI, Volkswagen XL Sport, Audi RS3, Audi RS5 Coupe, Beamer, BMW M4, and Mercedes-AMG C63S. So that's 6 cars. Okay, never mind. They're not featuring every prize car from the season 1. Okay, select 6 cars. Okay, they have to be somewhat competitive, right? You cannot have one super powered car against the rest of the grid that is kind of mediocre. And it looks like it'll take place at Laguna Seca. So, all right. So once again, that's 1,000 victory points that you get to win for participating, and gold for posting time. We'll see. All right, and then we got looks like a series of 4 limited series. One for, well, let's see, earned a new Porsche 911 GT2 RS Clubsport 25, Audi Quattro B2. Those are the 2 new ones. Acura NSX 2017, that's an older car, but it's gonna be a reintroduction, meaning PR requirement is higher than the last time. I'll put the link to the last time we ran through the limited time series for NSX in the description box below, so you can kind of compare and contrast like the upgrade cost. But my thought, considering this time they are requiring PR 62.5, which is a couple of PR points higher than the last time, so the cost I'm anticipating is gonna be a couple of 100 golds higher as well. So and then the other limited time series or limited series, the last one, is going to be featuring Alfa Romeo C4. So that's also an old car. Did we have, yeah, I think we had a limited time series for that one as well, didn't we? So yeah, once again, it's a reintroduction. So reward is, in terms of currency wise, reward is lower this round, but yet the PR requirement is going to be higher, so the cost of ownership this time around is slightly higher. All right, so yeah, once again, once it's time for us to run through those events, I'll have a overview going over upgrade cost, and whatnot. And we got a couple of flashback events. So these are going to be track day events. The one for the 911 GT2 RS Clubsport, not the 25, just the regular 911 GT2 RS Clubsport, which that was an expensive car. I want to say I'll have the link to my original playthrough in the description box once again below, but I believe that car upgrading to meet the PR requirement costed almost 1,000 gold, if not more. I mean, given the car is pretty pricey, but yeah, that was a very expensive track day event. So yeah, so depending on if you already own the car, obviously this one you get alternative rewards of 30 gold as opposed to 75 gold, but you get the same amount of victory points, 3250. And then the other flashback event, F8 Tributo, Ferrari, right? So that one, yeah, I mean, not as expensive as 911 GT2 RS Clubsport, but yeah, track day event cars used to be expensive to own. Yeah, and these two I think are kind of the prime example of that. So I'll have links to both playthroughs yeah, in the description box below. So if you're interested in finding out more about those events, feel free to check them out. And we got 3 new exclusive series added to the game. The ones from last version, right? So we got the Aston Martin Valhalla concept. So for fully upgrading that car, which cost what? Just under 2,000 gold or something like that? I cannot remember off the top of my head. You know it's going to be expensive to fully upgrade that car, right? Anyway, you get whopping 180 gold back. So, yeah. And then we got Chevy Corvette C8Z06, right? That was a last limited series car. And that one, yeah, once again, the price is 100 gold and 250,000 racing dollars, but the upgrade cost is significantly higher. And then Chevy Camaro ZL11LE. For fully upgrading that car, you will get 70 gold back by completing that exclusive series. Yeah, so at one point, exclusive series, fully upgrading made like you actually could net more gold, especially for really old cars. But all the new cars, yeah, we're not even coming anywhere near breaking even. But anyway, so those are the events and cars. So now let's check out the new cars and their specs. So, view new cars. What do we have? Well, that's not a new car, but we get 40% discount on Chevy Camaro GT4R. That's yeah, GT4 car. Isn't that I'm trying to remember if GT4 was motorsport dollars. I cannot remember. Anyway, you get 40% off, so that's kind of cool. But we're not interested in that right now. We gotta get the new content here. Let's check out the new cars. All right, so first up, we got Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series. And unfortunately, it's not that red color. That was really hot red. That was really popping. But looks like we'll be racing a pretty typical Mercedes, the silver arrow, right? So anyway, base PR 60.5, 325 kph top speed, 2.9 seconds for acceleration, 28 meters for the braking distance, and 1.3 G for the grip. So, I don't know. I mean, doesn't really seem all that special. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to actually really get behind the wheels to get a better feel, right? And then, yes, it's going to be featured in the very first special event of the new version, the track day event. So as soon as you download and install the version, the 10.6, it's going to be the first event that's going to be available. So you'll be able to get going right away. Let's check out the next car in line here. You got the Audi R8. This is the Victory Point prize car. And this one's base PR 61.8. So that's actually higher base PR than Mercedes that we just looked at, isn't it? It's the same cost, 750 gold. But this one you get to win free by winning enough victory points in the round. All right, so 330 kph top speed. All right, so but 3-second acceleration, so a little slower in that department than the Mercedes. But top speed is higher, isn't it? Yeah, they're fairly comparable, these two. So 29.6 meters for braking distance on Audi, 28 on Mercedes. So a little bit more nimble. And then but Audi, as always, have higher grip. So a little bit slower on the start, but higher grip with 1.4 G, which yeah, grip usually yields that extra PR point, so it ends up with a 61.8, just a little bit higher than the Mercedes. And yeah, maybe it's the fact that it is this Audi is four-wheel drive, right? The midship engine M4, I think that's what it means. All right. Up next, a classic Audi Quattro B2. Yes, Quattro. It's four-wheel drive. The front mount engine, base PR 3.5. I mean, it's a classic, right? In the splash screen, for a second, I thought we were getting a DeLorean. Well, not far away. It is kind of a time machine, isn't it? Anyway, 222 kph top speed, 6.9 seconds for acceleration, 40.9 or 40.8 meters rather for braking distance, and 0.95 G for the grip. So that's actually a significant grip on a car with this kind of top speed. And of course, this is going to be a limited series car, as I've mentioned earlier. So let's continue on to check out the last new car. Oh, that looks sharp. I mean, I know it's another 911, but still, this that sort of the matte gray. I don't know, I'm a sucker for the sort of that gunpowder gray finish. That's pretty sharp. Anyway, yeah, the most expensive car, right? In this version, 911 GT2 RS Clubsport 25. Base PR starts at 77.4 with a top speed 346 kph, and the acceleration 2.58 seconds, 28 meters for braking distance, and 1.66 G for grip. So similar, I mean, specs as Mercedes, except significantly higher grip, right? And mind you, in this version, all the cars are racing dollar cars. So no motorsport dollar cars in this version, which I don't mind. That's a-okay by me, because I'm not a big fan of, you know, daily grinding to meet the, you know, win enough motorsport dollars to be able to do anything in the game. So as you can see, I am maxed out at 5 million. I haven't yeah, done much in that section of the game. But anywho, so and looks like we got another 40% discount on Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE. All right, that's fine. And then what do we have? Access the store to view your free gold offers. Oh, we have free gold offers. Oh yeah, they mentioned that about essentially like the old way, where you can install some partner app, do some things, and gain more gold. Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about. Let's have a look. Is it gold? Free gold offers. What does that entail? Ah, yes. So yeah, you gotta, yep, completing offers from advertisers now. And yeah, at this point, I don't know. I suppose it's another revenue source for Fire Monkey's Electronic Arts. So yeah, you have to this is like the old-fashioned way they used to do it. And all right, interesting. So there's an app section, and there's a web section. Ooh, what do you have to do for Sirius XM? You get 356. So they're like, you actually have to pay. And try Paramount Plus now for 63 gold. And don't you have to pay for those things? I mean, they're not just gonna hand you free gold for free. Yeah, I think I mean, back in the day, the games used to be, man, this is kind of going a bit too far if you ask me. This is a little silly. All right, fine, whatever. Interesting. All right, we got some offers. We got a couple of upgrade offers now that is lining up with the cars being offered on discount. So that, to me, seems like we're back to normal. Good to know. All right, so let's check out the round 10 we got here. So we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 events plus weekly time trials. And this update, considering it's gonna last 6 weeks, so there are some basically 6,000 victory points right away for every week's time trial. And we have those 2 other time trial competitions. So that's 8,000 victory points that you can win pretty easily. So let's find out how far 8,000 victory points get us. All right. How far away is the actual victory prize car? 34,000. So 8,000 we are easily able to get. Or in other words, if you do this round after the round is over, where you don't obviously have access to those weekly time trial rewards and the time trial competition rewards, then you're 8,000 victory points short. So that means 42,000 is the max. Yes, right. So if you come later, then basically the max you can do is the car, and anything past that point are only available for the players that are currently running, which I'm sure is what you guys are all doing right now. And then for victory point wise, we have, all right, so 25 gold at 1,600 victory points. So that's, man, they're stingy with that gold, aren't they? So you cannot win more gold without completing any of these events available. But if you already own some of the older cars, I suppose you can run through some limited series or track day events and gain some more to win a bit more gold. Yeah, 50 gold at 12,900 victory points. And then all the bigger gold prize is going to be at like 25,000 victory points and 29,100. So at that point, yeah, 120 gold, not far away from one another. And then once again, they're getting us special rims. All right, that's cool. And then, yeah, all right, good to know. So yeah, 41 days and counting is where we are. And yeah, and then we got more events available in the season 1, right? So I'm sure they're tagged on at the end. Yeah, Indomitable, Deutsch Duel 3, Auto Icons, Great 80s, or 8s. And okay, so good to know. Well, should be fun. So as I was saying, the first special event is gonna be, looks like, the one featuring Mercedes-AMG, right? So that'll be, I guess, the next video series to run through and see if I can win a new Mercedes-AMG. All right, sounds good. So yeah, the update, the new version available on the App Store and Play Store right now. So you will be forced to upgrade anyway. So you're gonna have to. So may as well jump on board and get going on weekly time trials and all that fun stuff. All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.